Hey, you guys. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good day. Wherever you at in the world. Hey, you guys. Hope all is well. Sorry, y'all. I was talking. I thought my mic was on. Let's start this off.
And business owner here who both tell me they're feeling optimistic about the future of the South Suburb following Mayor Tiffany Henyard's presumptive defeat.
I feel great. I feel blessed, and I feel happy. It's time for a change. It really is.
I'm proud of the residents who have spoken. They've spoken loudly and very clearly.
Hope abounds among some in Dolton this morning, hours after village trustee Jason House swept Mayor Tiffany Henyard in the village's Tuesday Democratic mayoral primary. According to the Cook County clerk, with 100% of precincts reporting, House garnered nearly 88% of the vote, while Henyard only received 12%. House is expected to face independent candidate Cassandra Hobson-Jordan in the April general election. The 46-year-old trustee spoke to his supporters after the polls closed.
We faced 4 years of intimidation, 4 years of failure, and tonight is the new day for the community adult.
We caught up with Dolton resident James Mines as he was getting his haircut this morning. Mines voted early in this election and has called the South Suburb home for more than 3 decades.
Listen to the people who live here more, get credibility up for the city, and just make people happy. They're very discouraged right now.
Right next door, Nona Fortuno, who has run an accounting firm in Dolton for the past 3 decades, is getting ready for the day. Fortuno, though a Flossmoor resident, says those living in Dolton have finally had their voices heard about a shakeup in leadership.
We have to give everybody a chance. And so I'm praying and hoping for this village and for the residents that everything calms down and goes correctly.
Back here in Dolton, we reached out to both House and Henyard for comment following Tuesday's primary election, but did not hear back from either.
Okay. So that's this morning. So let's go back to the election results. Sorry about the echo, you guys. Let's go to the official election results. And let's go to last night. Last night we went over it last night, but we didn't have a lot of time. And I want to talk about how things will probably pan out just from my perspective, if you will. So actually what happened in Calumet City is going to affect a lot. Okay. I actually feel bad for Calumet City, and that comes a lot from someone that's in Thornton Township, right? So James Patton, he gave up his seat to run against Thaddeus. He was already a trustee, but he gave up his seat to run against Thaddeus. And I think that means Thaddeus will have his person in James Patton's seat. But remember, Nyota Figgs and Thaddeus Jones have been fighting. They're in Calumet City repeatedly, and we're going to go over that. And they both won. So it's going to be 4 more years of that. Let's go to Dolton. So you have, why did Jason votes go down? I'm sorry. I thought he got 4,000 and something votes. It must have been wrong last night, but he has close enough to 4,000. He plummeted Tiffany. She has 536 votes. He had 3,896 votes, and this is the primary. So this is out of 4,446 people that voted. That's probably where I got it confused. Only 26.94% of Dolton came out. So 16,506 registered voters, only about 25% came out. So congratulations to Jason. And that's what 100% of the precincts reporting. Allison Key won over Tanika Hughes. The Belchers, the Norwoods, and the Steves, they're still in there. But Brittany Norwood, she always has a big turnout in Dolton. She has 3,000. She beat Ed, Steve, and Kiana Belcher with the most votes. She always has a big turnout. Okay. We didn't really follow Jada. We follow Mayor Cheeks. Mayor Cheeks in Riverdale, Lawrence Jackson versus Michael Earhart. Now, if you didn't know, Lawrence Jackson is an indicted mayor. He actually is an indicted mayor. Okay? And they voted him back in. So when you think about and I'm going to have to say, Mayor Cheeks, that's what I call him, Mayor Cheeks. Mayor Cheeks probably got voted back. He just had the cutest little cheeks. This is the headline for him. Indicted Riverdale Mayor Lawrence Jackson seeks re-election and faces 2 primary challengers. And he got in. We were talking about this last night. The Michael Earhart
Penske is the trusted source for quality.
Michael Earhart probably lost just because of his connection with Tiffany. Because remember, Tiffany went live and said she's back in Michael Earhart. And Michael Earhart, he looked like a good candidate, but he had Michael Smith on his slate, if I'm not mistaken, right, y'all? Let's hit play.
Until 2018. That's when the company alleges Riverdale Mayor Lawrence Jackson instead maneuvered to award the contract to another company that he was allegedly affiliated with, Riverdale Materials. So Tri-State filed suit against the town and the 49-year-old mayor. Federal investigators even reportedly served a search warrant at the mayor's home. He did not answer when we stopped by this afternoon, but the federal indictment filed today alleges the mayor lied during a deposition about that lawsuit, trying to conceal his relationship with Riverdale Materials. He's charged with 1 count of perjury and 1 count of obstruction of justice. No one from the village or from either company would comment today. You surprised to hear he's been charged?
Yes, I'm surprised.
Some residents we spoke with say the mayor, who's been reelected twice and is now serving his 3rd term, has generally done a good job keeping the city running, but they have little knowledge of the federal charges. An attorney for the mayor will only say that an arraignment date has not yet been set, but the mayor plans to plead not guilty.
And he's on his 4th term. He won. So I've heard that before. It's just because you're indicted doesn't mean, because I think wasn't Thaddeus facing indictment at one time, but he never got it. But Mayor Lawrence, he's on his 4th term. So he must be doing something in Riverdale, right? I mean, he will be on his 4th term. And the news isn't even covering that. Yeah, it says incumbents Jada Curry and Lawrence Jackson led Tuesday in the primaries for Linwood and Riverdale Village president. That's about it. He said not guilty. I wasn't there, so that's what he said. And he has another chance of being the 4th term mayor of Riverdale. So you gotta give it to it. Now let's get back to Clean House. Hey, Lena. Hey, everybody. South Sunset. Everybody that entered the chat. Hello. Okay. So let's get into, y'all. I'm so glad this part of the election is over. You basically can say that Jason is going to be the mayor, because to fight an independent is going to be kind of hard. But I never say never. I don't know, you know what I mean, how politics would go. But you have to remember this. We have what we have? Let me see. March. Oh, we just got like 2.5 months where Tiffany will be in. So let's talk about what's going to happen, in my opinion. Okay. So this is just Burgundy's opinion. Andrew Holmes is going to step down. Okay. And remember, they take office in, I think, May. Jason House takes office. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Sorry, y'all. Okay. May the 8th, Jason House should take office, if I got it right, but somewhere around there. Okay. So if Jason makes it, yeah, May that weekend. So like the 4th or the 10th, somewhere over there, he'll become a mayor, right? That's the inauguration day. Let's just talk about it for real. Andrew Holmes and Stan Brown are still trustees. Tammy is now the senior trustee. Okay. If everything goes the way Clean House thinks it's going to go, this is what's going to happen. Oh, I think so. I think we're for sure. Wait a minute. This is going to be so. Now, Soft Serve Save, I think it's going to be hilarious to see Tiffany Henyard go up to the podium and tell them a complaint. Like, my grass ain't been cut. My water too high. Do I think we'll see Tiffany? Yeah. Maybe just for clicks and views, because I think she's going to go to the reality side of things. That's my assumption. I don't know. Now, let me tell y'all something that's pretty cool, that it's not cool, but it was something interesting. So the primary will be in April. Then we got the general, will be in April. And then we got a whole nother month where Tiffany is still the mayor. Now, do you think Andrew Holmes is going to be able to sit up at the dais with Jason as the mayor? Because he has 2 more years. No, my prediction is that he's going to resign. Okay. When Andrew Holmes resigns, this is just me saying this. This is not fact. I'm not the end all be all adult, and I always tell y'all that. When Andrew resigns, like it's going, who we say connect the dots, DOTTS. They'll probably place Stephanie to finish that year and a half. Okay, if she's a Dolton resident, right? So remember, Stephanie is a trustee over, and allegedly she stepped down as Park District president, right? And she went over to help the township, where she'll be a trustee there to fill Jerry Jones for 5 more months. So that's done. The new people will take their seats in May as well. And it's easy for Stephanie to come right over to Dolton to be a trustee. Now, unless she works back with the township, which I think with whoever's new, since she already knew the administrative duties, it would be kind of cool to put her right back in that administrative role. But going back to Dolton, who else? Think about Thornton Township. Who else will not be a trustee again? Carmen Carlisle. They could easily, she is a Dolton resident. They could easily appoint Carmen Carlisle to Andrew Holmes' seat. Andrew Holmes is going to resign. I feel strong about that opinion. I think he's going to resign as soon as Jason takes office. Okay. Another thing that could happen, because Jason will be able to appoint that seat. Another thing that can happen, remember Kiana Belcher's daughter? Remember she was running for trustee? If anybody remember that, put a 1 in the chat. She was running for trustee at first. And then they turned around and said, hey, I just thought Patty, I thought she was a resident since she's on the Dolton website. Right? My bad. She's on the Dolton website, so it said our community. So I assumed she was a Dolton resident. So, and she worked for the Dolton Park District, so I assumed she was a Dolton resident. So my bad. There's a lot of Dolton connections right there. And in the interview, I think she said she went to Roosevelt. So I just putting all those Dolton connections there. That's what I was thinking. So you know better than me, Patty Watkins. So you go to another safe space. What if I don't know her. I don't know her mother. Keefus. Okay, another person who's running for Park District, Fania Dukes. If she doesn't win Park District, he could promote her because that's in April, right? He could promote her. So it's a lot of people that could get Andrew Holmes. That would be, I guess, poetic justice. If Fania got Andrew's seat as a trustee, you know what I mean? So Andrew Holmes is going to resign 1000%. We like to put stuff out there to see how it aged. And I'm putting out, so I'm thinking about that. So I'm thinking Kiana Belcher's baby, Vania Dukes. I think a woman would get that seat for sure. I don't know why. Yeah, I think a woman would get that seat because when you think about it, Ed Steve and Jason House are thick as thieves. Stan Brown would be the only man left as a trustee. Besides, you know what I mean? So that would be it. So I'm just thinking. Oh, also, you know what also could happen if Andrew steps down and one of those people like Stubbs or Avant does, because remember that's happening in April. If they do not win on a Napoleon ticket, they could have Andrew Holmes' seat, and that would just round it out for the next 2 years. But it's definitely going to be someone we saw around. Oh, Lenny, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that Andrew Holmes was not charged in. He was not charged in. I was just saying media wise. I don't know what happened in Vegas. I was not there, but he was found not guilty by the Las Vegas police. So that's they didn't pick it up or whatever. I don't know if that's called not guilty, but they didn't pursue the charges. So charges was dropped against Andrew Holmes. But I was just saying from the media standpoint, I'm sorry if I wasn't clear. From the media standpoint, so I'm clear, from all the stuff that people been seeing on YouTube and Facebook and the news, if he stepped down and she got her seat, that would be got his seat, that would be a big news story. Am I making sense? Sorry if I wasn't clear. Yeah, I don't think, no, but it's not about who's right. It's about, just like Tiffany. She wasn't the right fit, right, Keefus? But that was who they thought they could control, meaning Thornton. Just like Carmen. Carmen was going to be a rubber stamp for Tiffany, right? So that's what I mean by that. So this is interesting. Okay, so what else did I want to say? Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm getting over this allergy, whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, Lenny. My bad, Lenny. You know, I wasn't trying to say it to offend anybody. But just by the media, can you imagine a media storm if that happened? Like once this and then now that would be crazy. So that's just what it was. You cracked me up because you had another one yesterday, JB. Now Mother Mary, you said somebody else. But yeah, I think Carmen is a stretch, but would she really be, because she was Tiffany's assistant. Would Jason really have Carmen as his assistant? I don't know. The mayor assistant. Who would be a good mayor assistant for Jason? A good mayor assistant for Jason. A good chief of staff for Jason. Do y'all think they're going to keep Keith Freeman? Yeah, all eyes on me. Who do you think will be a good secretary for Jason House? I'm trying to think. Because you know everybody, I'm really trying to think. Who would be a respectful, professional? I'm trying, and I'm not trying. I really can't. I don't see Vivian not getting upset with people when they call the office. I was thinking about Vivian. But if she's gonna get upset and if she can't be fair and it has to be, you know, she was the first one on my mind, actually, Scott. But put Vivian. See, I keep on saying public works, and it's not as a disrespect, but Vivian could go over to public works. You know why? You know all those signs where they say slow kids crossing, making things accessible for people with disabilities, yield stop signs, flashing stop signs. She would probably be better at that. I think I don't want Jason to have an old secretary. You know who I like, and this sounds so weird? Emmanuel. He's the cameraman, but he's on Tiffany team. He is very professional. I'm trying to think. He had to outsource. Maybe he needs to get a temp agency in there first. Who would have William Moore spot? Housing. Who would you put in housing? Who would y'all have in housing though? Like William Moore. Who would be the superintendent of public works? Ed Steve's going to go back to media. They'll probably put Brittany Norwood in charge of housing. Now, if you guys didn't know this, back in the day, the trustees used to have jobs in the village too. So they would not only be a trustee, they would be in charge of something as well. So Brittany could easily do that. I'm really trying to think who would be. Elizabeth would come back. That would be interesting. Okay, hey Gardis. You know what's so sad? If they would get someone like that was informed about government, like a Trina, and had budget. But see, this is the thing. They don't want nobody who is not their friend and 100% on their side to work there. That's the only thing. Like, it would be really cool because she probably could boost Jason's campaign up, even not his campaign, make him the mayor, you know, because most mayors, they stay on for years. They only leave in a pine box. So essentially, if Jason House is the mayor of Dolton, this is Dolton history. The mayors only leave in a pine box, and I'm not trying to be funny. Like, seriously. If this was his, how is Jason? Probably 47, something like that. This is his career. Or he should retire as mayor of Dolton. But that's not gonna happen. That's not I told y'all 1,000 times, Kiana gonna be the mayor of Dolton. For sure. For sure. Jason is just here for transitional. There's no way that it usually historically a male mayor Jason age would stay mayor until Jason could be 65 and retire. Like Mayor Cheeks. This is his 4th term, it would be. So in 5 terms as Dolton mayor, 20 years, Jason would still be just 67, right? That should be what we see. Like, House is the mayor for the next 4 or 5 terms. But I just think my spidey senses are saying that's not going to happen. Now, will he still be involved in Dolton politics? For sure. But Kiana Belcher will be the next mayor of Dolton. Hey, Hera. Hey, Cases, what's up? Yeah. I just think that's what they're geared. I don't, all eyes on me. I think that's what they're trying to position her as. It'll be all good for the first year, 2 years. Now, let's talk about the mess that's going to happen for 2 more months. It's going to be complete crap because now Tiffany lost. Now, this is what I want to talk about. Harvey, okay? Harvey, Illinois must not have a primary, huh? I'm gonna talk about how Mayor Kellogg just when Mayor Kellogg when he okay, Mayor Kellogg was from Harvey. He was a Harvey mayor for like 1,000 years, right? So Chris Clark beat Mayor Kellogg, and I'm trying to find the article because I'm wondering if this will happen in Dolton. When Chris Clark beat Kellogg, Kellogg just abandoned City Hall. You know how people supposed to shake hands and transition of power go in, like keys are exchanged, they show somebody where everything else. Mayor Kellogg was like, "Oh, I lost." He abandoned City Hall and just just left the city without anything. It was like mind blowing. So, yeah, I agree. Garda said new administration wants some real professionalism in their staff. They will hire nobody in the Dolton night crowd. Yep. Yes, Lola said, I am in favor of term limits. Career politicians become corrupt. I'm sorry. No, we JB said, so no one outside of this little circle of politicians has a chance in the area, huh? Can I say something about that, JB? So y'all, I'm minding my business. Everybody coming over, I was clapping back, y'all. It feel good to troll back. I ain't gonna lie. So I have never, usually I be all quiet. I have never clapped back. But people was leaving term papers on my pages after Tiffany lost. Now, anybody that listens to my videos, they already know where I stand, and I stand with the residents. I stand for the residents. So anyway, that didn't bother me. So I'm minding my business, and somebody was like, "Oh, I guess you're not gonna get a job now because Tiffany lost." Do you know how ignorant you have to be? Number one, to think that if Tiffany won, I would get a job. So what does that mean for now that Jason won? Who's getting a job? I'll wait. Y'all said if Tiffany won, I was going to get a job. So if Jason wins, who's going to get a job? And then do you know how ignorant you have to be to think if Tiffany hired me and my name came up on the warrant list for payroll, who got to sign off on my payroll, on my check? These are the worst people ever. Like, they are so funny. Garda said, now, Berg, now you have to give up all those houses Tiffany gave you. It's so funny because at first I didn't even live here. Now Tiffany gave me a bunch of houses. Y'all are just, whew, child. I'm so glad I did not drink the Kool-Aid. I'm so glad I didn't drink the Kool-Aid. Chavis said, I give the mayoral honeymoon period of a year tops before it gets super messy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Riley Rogers is coming back. Riley Rogers definitely gonna have a job somewhere. I thought Riley would be village administrator, but I don't think he can move as, fast, if you will, with, the numbers and stuff. Maybe they'll put him in the water department. Put him over the crossing guards. But Riley was a sheriff. He could be on the police board, the police and fire board. It's a lot of things Riley can do. All I said, why would she wait 4 years to hire me? All eyes on me. Don't you be sitting there. I be reading these comments like, oh my God. Yeah, definitely a wash and repeat. So we shall see. I think the only thing you could do is I think it's a different ball game. It's definitely, this is going to be the first time we've ever seen this forever, where the board and the mayor are all on the same page. All on the same page. Oh, wait. Somebody sending me a comment. Hold on, let me see. Oh, okay. Y'all just telling me that they still talk about me on that dude page. Child. I think out of Dolton, the first topic is Tiffany. Now the second topic is Burgundy. And if you want to always go with the masses and not believe in what you see with your own eyes, that's a problem. That's a problem. You have to believe and research things for yourself. And I think a lot of these politics are betting on how a lot of us do not know how government works, like me. I think the best thing about this whole Dolton fight that came out, if you can see a little sunshine after the rain, would be a lot of people started looking into their local governments. Like, hey, what are you doing with the money? What is going on here? What is the budget? That's what I think the best thing is. And a lot of people are running for office too. I've heard people come in my comments saying, I'm thinking about running for trustee where I live. And I'm like, man, that's amazing. Like, you have to be called into politics. I'm not one of those people that's called into politics or anything like that. I think that we need a whole new slate just because it's just everyone keeps getting repeated. Like, they keep on rinsing and repeating the same politicians. However, I will say, whoever's in government, I'm fair to give them a chance to see how things are going to be worked out. I know it's going to take time to work things out, but I was told it'll take what? How many months? 9 months or 6 months? They said they'll work it out. So I'm ready to give them 6 months to see how things will work out. But I just always implore people, please, 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 check on this village in a year. Look and see who's on the warrant list next month. Next month. Look and see how much the campaign, the inauguration costs in June on the warrant list. Compare things. Just compare the numbers. Like I told you, I didn't agree. I think Tiffany put the nail in her coffin when she did that rap video. But she wanted to tell us that she wanted to reach the youth. It's a different way you could have did that, because I feel like a lot of times people isolate us who are in our middle age, 40s, maybe 50s. We're not seniors. We're not the youth. 35, that little box you got to check, 35 to 45. Damn, I had to go to the next box. But that little box, they skip over you. You don't get no window and roof. You don't get no trunk or treat. You just a taxpayer here. They're skipped over a lot when you're in the middle. All the YouTubers at Doltonites are going to need a way to make money, so they're going to need a new villain. Yeah, they're trying to make it Burgundy. And that's not going to happen. Riley can be the gaming board commissioner since he owns a lot of the gaming sites in Dolton. I heard. Do you think she's going to run for statewide? No. I think a lot of things went over people's head this week, though. The real Magnolia. Hey, good to see you. That's what I said, Tracy. Let me tell you this. They're not going over there. Because Chris Clark don't play. Chris Clark don't play that over there. You will go to jail. He don't care nothing about no lawsuit. Now, okay, it's a couple of board meetings I've been watching. I wish it was someone. Hey, you guys, it's a good opportunity for the people that ask me all the time that live out here. They be like, Berg, how do you do it? Make you a faceless YouTube channel. I'm not faceless. I never was because I covered reality TV. I used to come on camera all the time, but now I just be in the middle of so much. That's the only reason I don't. But make you a YouTube channel. Stream the meetings. It's no one streaming the Park District meeting. It's no one streaming the Dolton Library meeting. And people have the opportunity, just like we have the Lansing Journal, we have the Harvey World Herald. You can make the Dolton Tribune or something. Why not? Why not? This has opened so many opportunities for people. You don't have to be a commentary channel and just talk about it like I do. You could really be a real journalism's. You could be a journalism's, okay? It's so much going on. This is not the end. I agree with a lot of people. I think Tiffany should just disappear and sit it out. But it's gonna be hard because she still have roots here. You know what I mean? But I say just move on, move out. But I think we're gonna see Tiffany at the board meetings. And I also think this last 2 months are going to be exciting. I'm not sure Tiffany can run for a seat that requires questions, answers, and debate. Yeah, it's so many things. Like we were talking about it. Hiram, I'm gonna call you. I'm going to the Piggly Wiggly. But first, let me take a break because we only got how many likes, you guys? 18 likes or something like that. Let me take a break so we can clear the bushes. And I'll be right back.
My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary live from Dolton, Illinois. Burgundy Blue Commentary live from Dolton, Illinois. My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary live from Dolton, Illinois. My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary live from Dolton, Illinois. Burgundy Blue Commentary, live from Dolton, Illinois. My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary, live from Dolton, Illinois. people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary, live from Dolton, Illinois. My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary, live from Dolton, Illinois. My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary, live from Dolton, Illinois. My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary, live from Dolton,
Okay, thank you.
Illinois.
Okay, you back. Okay, so what were we talking about? Oh, we went on break. Hold on. Okay, so at the end of the day, now, so this is the thing. Now, will Tiffany just walk away, or I mean, it's only the primary, and I saw at the speech like they're trying. That's going to be the next attack. Miss Jordan Hobson is going to be attacked the whole time too. Like, people are just mean when it comes to women up here for some reason. They're going to bully her 1,000% and say she's a Tiffany plant. And Miss Hobson Jordan I don't even think she likes Tiffany at all. And I don't think you have to slander her to win a race. Like, Jason would be the stronger candidate. But it's going to happen. And yeah, it doesn't matter. JB said you got to be a whole punch to trash a female. You just male. That's tissue salt. Well, when the women are encouraging, like when that person goes on live and just trash talk me, you don't see nothing but women in there. Yeah, get her. That's all you see. It's really sad. But that's why you have to just be strong, because if you don't care about yourself, you don't care about the next person next to you, this will be it. Like, I see all those little people. Now, you guys wouldn't believe, now when I do my live, my neighbors are in my live now. Yes. So when y'all see those names you never recognize, those are half of them my neighbors. And now they started to jump on because now Jason had won, so they feel like they could jump over here and bully me. I have never said I was a Tiffany supporter. My job is to give you both sides, and I'm telling you what I see. And if you don't believe what I see, check the minutes. Oh, you can. Got it. Yeah. Tiffany probably would just go away after the election. She'll probably give y'all one good run that first board meeting after the election, and then she's gonna go away. Because right now, a lot of people are looking for Tiffany just for that. Tiffany is the tea. If y'all don't have, what are you gonna do on YouTube if you don't have anybody to bash? Do you know how many people behind the scenes? I mean, huge. I'm not talking about if you got 20 subscribers or 30,000 or 40,000. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about over 6-figure content creator. They be like, oh my God. They be like, Berg, what is happening? Y'all are so ghetto down there. I'm talking about the huge YouTubers be like, but Tiffany makes me money. There's some of them, they just was like, Berg, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm drinking I went to Sunrise. Sunrise is a health food store up here. And I got this Ultimate Defender, and it's supposed to help you. It has like ginger, spinach, beet, wheatgrass, lemon, cayenne pepper, carrots, all that cool stuff is in there. So it's supposed to help you. I have really bad asthma, so I'm just trying to make sure I stay healthy. But so that's why I'm smacking. Like, oh my God, this is gross. But it's really good. Ginger, all type of stuff. It got really good stuff, and I think it has a. I know I said cayenne pepper. Oh, elderberry, char, all this stuff in there. It's so good. Oh, somebody got Somebody got disrespected already. Thank you, Gardis. Yeah, we don't do that over here. We have a regular discussion. So when you think about it, like, it's crazy. Like, people just to be mean to one another. I'm never going to tell y'all who to vote for. I always tell you, vote your household, vote your conscience. I do think little things are not fair. Like, people want to say, oh, you better check the QR code. Some of the seniors don't know what a QR code was. And a lot of people here did not vote for the president like I did. I vote in every election. But I didn't, I knew that my local polling place was closed because I'm active. I'm on YouTube. I'm in the community. I know that if my precinct is not, I don't vote here, I know which neighboring precinct to go to. I've been out here a long time. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people just came out and voted this one time. So do I think it should have been a little sign to say polling place at Diekman? Yes, but that's up to the Cook County board. The Cook County clerk. It's also, I think Tiffany should have had a sign up there and Jason should have had a sign up there. Vote here at Diekman. That's all I was saying. It was a lot of people that went up to the polling location and was like, hey, we can't vote here. No, it's under construction. That's it. I think that's a problem that we need to stop being selfish. No one's saying, hey, if that polling location was open and Tiffany would have won. No, I just think it's fair to the community to alert people, this is where you go vote. What he had, Anton made a lot of money. And you know what happened? Anton said we all just like him. And then people got mad. A lot of people made money talking about Tiffany. But if you don't talk about Tiffany in an attacking way, put ashy lips on her, call her Little Wayne, call her out her name, y'all don't want to hear it. Y'all don't want to hear it. It's just get her out. She going to jail. You know what I mean? You have to, it's still a person. It's still a person. And no matter what happens, if you're not an anti-Tiffany person, you're a Tiffany supporter. And like I told you guys on my live, if I was a Tiffany supporter, I have no problems coming out. I would have wore a Team Tiff t-shirt and make Dolton Tiff again if I was a supporter. It was just certain things that she would say, and I would be like, well, what you gonna do about it? Or ask questions. And she's right about, you can ask her, you can. But I would be like, well, what about this? What about that? It's certain things I don't agree with. Do I have a problem with Kamal? Nope. Do I? No. But if Kamal, and I'm not going to say the word, like, I have some men in the chat. Do it offend you when people say if you was a real man? Because what really is a real man? You know what I mean? So I didn't want to say that. Let me know, the men in the chat, do it. If you remember, what was that? Coming to America? A real man got to put in overtime if you want to satisfy me. So wait a minute. Who's this? None of your business. None of your business with the Marcus Jordan poster. Somebody tell me when they open their YouTube page. But this is what I'm saying. Did you hear anything I just said? So Tiffany went to vote in an empty lot. Are you saying that? This is how the wildfire spread. Tiffany, the only one that went up there to vote. We sent her in an empty lot. Did you watch her video or my video? Did you see what she said? Or you just want to be a hater? And that's probably why y'all say I'm a Tiff supporter. Because this is just being a hater. She went up there and said, this is the biggest polling place in Dolton and it's closed. Don't come up here and vote. Now, where you saw did you see Tiffany cast her ballot? Sheriffs was up there. It was a crowd. It was crowded. That's it. That's it. She didn't go. A lot of people went up there and pulled off. They did. They did. I'm here. I can tell you. Not in drones, but a lot of people went up there like, oh man, they closed because they and I don't call them stupid either, because you know why? It's cars in the parking lot because the construction people are working. So they just pulled up there thinking it was a voting place. That's why I'm saying it should have been a sign up in there. Now, let me just play devil's advocate. What if somebody would have walked in there when she pulled that door open? What if somebody would have walked in there to vote and it's still under construction and a piece of concrete would have fell on their head or anything? It just should have been a sign in the parking lot that said, Precinct 12, you vote here. That's it. Not Tiffany, not Jason, just a courtesy. That's it. That's it. Yeah, anybody that say they all need to go is considered a Tiffany support. We only had two choices, Tiffany or Jason. That's it. But she pulled up in the parking lot to show y'all that it was empty. And y'all got, oh, she went up there to vote. No, she was just saying they should put a sign up there in her own way. That's all I'm saying. Like, come on now. You either want better for the community or you just don't like Tiffany. And it's fine if that's what you just don't like Tiffany. That's fine. But don't say, oh, well, she was the only. No, this is a real thing. Put something up there and just say that. That's it. And it's a lot of people over here that wanted to vote for Jason. They didn't know where to go. And yes, it's their responsibility to find out where to go. But maybe they didn't know how to get online. Maybe they had a jitterbug phone. I don't know. And you know what? None of your business says the only reason I don't like Tiffany is because I've seen videos of her knowing the law. And once she got those seats, she switched up. That's your right. You have no argument with us over here. As long as it's something that you could prove to us, you don't have to prove it. I'm not saying a court of law. Like if you could have a discussion with us and it's stuff we saw, everyone's opinion is valid. No one's booted. When you get disrespectful, that's the only people that's not talking about you, none of your business. But when you get disrespectful, that's the only time you get booted. Okay? That's fine. If that's why you don't like her, that's great. Yeah. Dolton needed a legitimate third mayor candidate to compare contrast. Yes, sort of like Aurora. Did you see that Aurora thing? Man, and nobody's covering it. The good thing, look, from a politician, for a politician, this is perfect because Aurora is a mess, and that's a big, big, big area. So let's see what was happening in Aurora. Thanks for being here, you guys. Hit the like button. I love the spelling of her name. It's so pretty.
Dozens of suburbs do. CBS News Chicago political reporter Chris Ty walks us through 3 big races.
That's right. Among the city's villages and townships, few races will be watched as closely as Dolton.
None of your business. Were you there to see? None of your business that people were not going up there. And if so, it was only a few. If it was only a few, don't that mean that was people? That's kind of contradictory. You know what I mean? If that's a word. Put a sign. We don't have to argue about this. I think if this was your neighborhood and you lived here, this was your precinct, and all you saw was someone came to your door and said, hey, we got to get Tiffany out of office. Vote for Jason House. And you took the flyer. You saw that flyer, right? And then you said, you know what? I got to vote for Brother House today because Tiffany's a mess. And you go up to that precinct and there's no direction to tell you anything else. Shouldn't it be a sign? That's all I'm saying. Why y'all want to argue about that when you want that in your neighborhood? Conscious, would you want that in your neighborhood? If your polling place was closed and you just came in from work and you said, oh man, today is election day. Let me just run up here. You was a nurse on a 12-hour shift. You said, let me just run up here right quick. I voted before in Dolton. This has been my polling place for the last 40 years. Shouldn't it be a sign? That's all I'm saying. And I'm saying, if you want to vote for Jason, I'm adding that on so you can really look at a different perspective. It's 3 to 4 precincts in this location. Not just mine. Not just me and Tiffany live in a completely different precinct. And this is still where she go vote. Look on the back of your voter registration card. Guess what it tells you on the back of that? Precinct. Yeah, if you question anything, you're going. But everybody feel that way because that's where Tiffany precinct is to vote. That's why I wasn't assigned up there.
Suburbs 2. CBS News Chicago political reporter Chris Ty walks us through 3 big races.
That's right. Among the cities, villages, and townships, few races will be watched as closely as Dolton, as their embattled mayor is up for re-election. Tiffany Henyard won in 2021 as a reform candidate. In the 4 years since, her city hall has become a focus of an FBI probe. She was the subject of a failed recall effort, and village trustees brought in former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who found Henyard mismanaged finances through lavish spending, all while regularly avoiding questions about it.
There was a concerted, systematic effort on behalf of Mayor Henyard and others in her administration to hide the true financial condition of the village of Dolton from the trustees and from members of the public.
Henyard, also a Thornton Township supervisor, when her critics took the mic using an expletive to describe her last month at a meeting, fists flew and chaos broke out at the meeting, the first she had been to in a while. Under the brand Clean House, Dolton trustee Jason House is running against Henyard tomorrow. They were part of the same ticket back in 2021. Also on the ballot Tuesday around the Chicagoland area, races from Algonquin to Berwyn, but the 2 big ones we will be watching. First, Cicero. They'll be electing their town president. Right now, you have Larry Dominic, who is the town president. He has been that for a very long time, former member of Cicero PD. He's facing a challenger, though, for the very first time in a long time. That is Esteban Rodriguez. He was executive director of a youth-focused nonprofit in Cicero. Immigration, of course, has become a major issue in Cicero of late. And then there's the town of Aurora, where these are the folks who are running to lead that town. The mayor's race in the 2nd largest city in Illinois. Sitting Mayor Richard Irvin up there on the top left. He's been in office since 2017. He's running for re-election. Challenging him, Karina Garcia, president of the Aurora Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Aurora Alderman John Lash, who along with fellow Alderman Judd Lofsche ran against Irvin for mayor back in 2021. Alderman Ted Mesiakos is a small business owner. The top 2 vote getters out of these 5 will advance to a consolidated election on April the 1st. Back to you.
Man, that dang Aurora thing was really big. So let's look at some of the townships. Let's just go to the website to see how big the precincts are around here. Let's see. So let's go to Dolton. So Diekman School, that's where we were. Oh, hey, Big Mike. You know what we were saying? We were saying that Andrew Holmes he's gonna definitely jump out. He's gonna jump out. Hold on, Daryl. Hold on, y'all. Close your ears. Daryl, go suck an egg and get out my chat. If I'll say what I want to say, you're not gonna tell me anything. Shut the egg up. Okay, so Diekman School is, you see how many precincts they are? Higher. Put the blue hearts in the chat. Thank you. Back to normal. They have precinct 14, 34, 40, and 83. So let's go down to the next biggest place. So Lincoln really only had 2 precincts, and New Life Celebration had 2 precincts. And so New Life Celebration is on 142nd and Dante. That's where you saw Jermont Terry. He went over there. Then Faith United Methodist Church, they had 2 precincts. Our biggest polling place was Diekman yesterday because they had to combine the precincts. And I'm noticing it's only 2 precincts per. My bad. So Diekman was overwhelmed. And then Lester Long Fieldhouse. But Diekman had the biggest turnout. That's where the sheriffs were. Stan Brown gonna stay, but Andrew Holmes gonna resign. We would talk about it. Hey, Big Mike, good to see you. Yeah, go some. Like, why do y'all come over here? Like, get on out of here. Got your panties in a bunch over here. Okay, so that's basically what I have for today. I just wanted to tell you now. So did y'all notice that in some of the newscasts, Thaddeus Jones people were outside helping Jason House? Keep that in mind, okay? Also, keep in mind, besides that Harvey, shout out to the Harvey World Herald. Remember, it's 2 people they want to hire for library administration at the library board. Let's just keep our eyes open on all these different things going on. Taxpayer funds. Let's go here. Oh, yeah. Hey, Miss Asia, he's going to fall in line. That's what he's going to do.
That's holding them, but it is primary election day. Voters will be casting their ballots in municipal elections, and there are some notable ones. Most notably, we'd say, is the mayor's race in Aurora. Incumbent Mayor Richard Irvin is facing 4 primary challengers. There's also a mayoral primary in Calumet City.
When I tell you this Aurora, Big Mike, did you know how big that Aurora thing was? This is huge. I'm glad. I know he happy Tiffany. I know he happy Tiffany was running. Nobody was looking at him.
Other primaries are being held in Cicero, Linwood, Riverdale, Waukegan, and Dolton. And that race in Dolton is a contentious one, and we've been following Dolton for months now.
Yeah, Mayor Tiffany Henyard is seeking re-election as she remains under federal investigation. Our Sandra Torres is live in Dolton with that part of the story. And Sandra, you've seen some voters come out already this morning?
We have, but it has been a slow turnout so far this morning, at least what we could tell from this location.
So that's Lincoln School. It only has 2 precincts, so nobody wanted to be over there.
And a few other locations that we stopped by, but this is Lincoln Elementary School in Dolton. Now, early voting has been going on since February 10th, and we know that so far during that time period, about 1,400 votes were cast. There's a lot at stake here, however, with the village's finances under a microscope. A lot of residents say that things are a mess, and so we talked to one Dolton resident. Here's what they said about voting on this primary election day.
It affected me a lot, dealing with what's been going back and forth with the mayor, the police department, and everything. It just seemed like now we don't even have a police department out here anymore.
Now, here at Lincoln Elementary School is where Jason House cast his vote around 8:30 this morning, talking to voters as well outside of the school. He's been a Dolton trustee since 2017. He's a former ally to Tiffany Henyard, and he's hoping to now unseat.
Poor Jason House. He's just walking around with his paper. They supposed to give you a little sheet covering thing. But go ahead. We know who he voted for.
Her House has been campaigning on transparency, stopping wasteful
Jason lost a lot of weight.
Spending and ending negative national attention for the village. She is confident there's going to be.
It doesn't look bad. I'm just saying he looks good. He lost a lot of weight. Did y'all see how much Jason lost?
Be a good turnout today.
It's been 4 years of frustration, and not just for myself. Most importantly, it's for the residents, and they've.
Why y'all talking about Tiffany got an underbite? Like, y'all keep on coming in my chat talking about Tiffany got an underbite. What that have to do with her being mayor?
Been feeling all of the frustration and disappointment. So the board, we signed up and we took an oath to uphold and make sure that for transparency, we're glad this day is coming. So that way we can move the village forward in the right
Like, all of us in Dalton got underbites. Me too.
way.
Now, Tiffany Henyard is also feeling confident this morning. She insists that she knows she'll win a second term. She is under federal investigation tied to claims of excessive spending, but Henyard has continued to deny those accusations, saying she wants to continue to work for the people of Dolton. Here's what she said this morning.
I'm excited. I can't wait till the results come in this evening. I
don't see how y'all be hating on Tiffany hair. Those highlights be popping. Okay, let's go to the next one. NBC5. Thanks for being here, y'all. So who won? So Big Mike, who won in Aurora now? So wait, let's look at, because Aurora is a lot of stuff over there, right next to Plainfield. Okay, let's watch what happened. Richard Irvin is the mayor. Miss Aja, it was a whole year of people saying what to do. So look, Big Mike, Aurora didn't even have a video. But Aurora Mayor Richard Irvin, John Leach lead in a 5-way primary election. Aurora voters were asked with narrowing down to 5 candidates. Okay, so he got back in. We got to watch this. This is a big town. None of your business. Would you please let it go, boo? Let it go. I live here and I didn't let it go. Can you just do like Frozen? Let it go. Let it go. Just calm down. Y'all, I don't get people. If somebody won that you wanted to win, how do you wake up mad? You still mad? Y'all still mad? Do you want to be the anger that backs Jason House, like the anger and the negativity, or do you want to be positive and back your winner? Why are you over here? Why are you so mad? Good Jesus. Tiffany mama ain't even this mad today. Not even this mad. Tiffany mama. Okay, calm down. Kamal woke up and he lit his Newport and went on about his day. And you over here in the chat, man? Woo, baby. You know them roses they used to sell work for men and women. Calm down.
I'm gonna come in by reporting live. I'm going to come in by a landslide, and when I do, the people will speak.
And we do know Henyard already cast her vote this morning as well. Whoever wins this primary election will have to face independent candidate Cassandra Hobson in the April election. Reporting live in Dolton, Sandra Torres.
So y'all couldn't hear. I'm sorry. Okay, so I was laughing probably because y'all couldn't. So last night I was watching Late Night Crew, and when this poor anchor said her name, Sandra Torres, and she rolled her tongue, oh my God. Can you hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Okay, so yeah, and Big Mike is right. Big Mike said, I'm still mad because the water bills will still be high. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what change is going to happen in Dolton. I'm for sure not going to sit here and sprinkle any hate or malice towards the winner of the primary election, which is Jason House, because this is still my community. I still got to live here. So I'm not going to do that. Let's just keep our eyes open to see if anything changes. And also, ultimately, will Tiffany be going to jail? Because nobody's saying that no more. It's like we won the primary, now nobody cares if Tiffany gonna go to jail. Do y'all still care if Tiffany going to jail? Just asking. Just asking. Okay. All right. And then also, dang it. This is going to be really interesting. I think we have to be ready as a town because Jason, if he wins the general, the inauguration is going to be crazy. All the out-of-towners are going to be here. It's going to be crazy. And it's such a small town. And just be careful. Just be careful. Try to stay upbeat. Try to stay positive. And let's try to get past these next 2 months. Like we still... I hate food for less, Tracy. I keep telling you. I'm still waiting for the feds to pull up. Okay. Like, they're not worried about that no more. Like, they're not worried about that. That was just the whole thing. Like, they're going to come. And let's just see what happens after this. So, remember I told you about Mayor Clark? And remember after that general election, he just said, F it, and left the whole city by themselves. Let's see how the transition goes for Tiffany and Jason. And like I said, we always say on this channel, we're praying for everybody involved. We're praying for everybody involved. And this is a whole different type of government because this is when they have nothing in their way. Tiffany was in their way. Please keep note. So we shouldn't have no issues with nothing. Everything should pass, right? Or everything should fail, right? Let's just keep our eyes on that. You may want to take a quick, I want to take a vacation this time, but it's a lot going on. We all got to live our lives, Tracy. Like, this is real people lives. This is real people lives. Like, people think it's what's next for Tiffany. Reality. I think that. Like, okay, let's talk about Tiff. I'm talking to y'all like from I'm kind of leaning back because I want to talk in a relaxed way to you guys. So this is just Bergs talking. These are my thoughts. I don't know what happened. I wonder how it felt. Like, I think Tiffany already knew she was going to lose. That's why she did the rap video. Like, this was her whole thing, like to get more. That's why she walked up to the news cameras. She already knew she was going to lose. She didn't really campaign. I only saw Miss Linda, and you know what? I can't just blame her. I only saw the two people I saw on the campaign trail was Miss Linda and Tanika Hughes. These people really weren't out there. Did you see any of them posting on Facebook, vote for me, I'm on Tiffany slate? It wasn't a lot of hoopla about their slate. And I think that she, in her mind, felt like she brought everybody else in under her when Allison Key ran on her slate to Kiana Belcher. Because remember, Kiana Belcher, if you don't recall, she ran for mayor and got ran for trustee or ran for mayor and got 9 votes or something like that. So ran for mayor, I'm sorry. So Tiffany felt like she really was the one that probably pulled everybody. They all ran on her, right? Let's go to this. Let's watch this. That's why Tiffany didn't even bother to get a campaign headquarters. Tiffany didn't all she did was post on Facebook, get some literature out, post a billboard. That's all she did. She didn't even try. So she knew she was going to lose.
The turbulent tenure of Mayor Tiffany Henyard is coming to an end in Dolton.
She lost the primary election by a landslide last night to trustee Jason House. WGN's Eric Rung has more.
Jason House got nearly 90% of the vote last night. However, this will likely not be the last time we hear from Tiffany Henyard. It won't be long before Tiffany Henyard's name is no longer emblazoned on nearly everything in Dolton.
We faced 4 years of intimidation, 4 years of failure, and tonight is the new day for the community of Dolton.
Trustee Jason House easily defeated Henyard in last night's Democratic primary. A primary Henyard was pretty confident she would win in a landslide.
Wait a minute.
Despite fake news.
Primary Henyard was defeated Henyard in last night's.
Okay, carry on.
Democratic primary. A primary Henyard was pretty confident she would win in a landslide.
Our residents do love me despite fake news, not showing the good that I do in the community, because I do a ton of good. But y'all just painted me in bad news for 4 years.
Her 4 years has been marred in controversy stemming from a WGN investigation that found taxpayer dollars being spent on luxurious travel, self-promotion, and a questionable cancer charity, all of which is now part of an ongoing FBI investigation. She had promised transparency when she and a slate of trustees were elected 4 years ago.
Anything in hindsight that you would have done differently over these last 4 years?
Yeah, I would have told on the trustees sooner.
What trustees and the public got was a self-proclaimed super mayor and very little or no transparency on the village's finances.
We had to go to the Illinois Attorney General's office to get you to turn over documents.
Henyard was a no-show at her election night party, but did tell WGN on the phone she accepts last night's results. House will face independent candidate Cassandra Hobson-Jordan in the April 1st general election. As for Henyard's second job as Thornton Township supervisor, the Democrats refused to put her on the ballot. However, she says she is still going to run just as a write-in candidate. In Dolton, I'm Eric Rung, WGN News.
Okay, so there we have it, you guys. So that is what all I have to say today about the election. I'll be back. Make sure you subscribe to Burgundy Blues. Here's my membership right here. Make sure you subscribe, because that's what we're going to be talking to Dolton content. Go ahead and hit that link. Become a subscriber. I appreciate y'all. And then we're going to get back to reality TV. Now, Tracy said, well, I'll be covering Tiffany Henyard reality show. This Dolton was enough of a reality show for me. And that's the thing you guys have to understand. Like, I sort of know the personalities of people here. And it's like everyone, not everybody, but everyone you see on YouTube. When we had shout out to Dear World Christian, we had him on our show. Hero, you so funny. Yeah, on the right end, baby. We had Dear World Christian on the channel, and he was saying, you know, I said, well, Dear World Christian, how many people have you had on your panel that I'm just telling you what I see, what's written down. For 4 years, y'all can't even go back to the minutes to see what's happening, to see what happened in executive session, closed session. When you go to Thornton Township, you can see the minutes. Thornton Township, they knew that nobody was coming that night. They didn't even have the decency to tell y'all, don't come out, we're not coming. So when you look at your neighborhoods and then you look at Dolton, just say, would you want this in your neighborhood? What would you say? Oh, you know why she didn't run a campaign? Okay. Hey, Lar. Yes, Tiffany is out, Lar. Tiffany is out. She could be a write-in at Thornton, I guess. Thornton Township. Okay, Lar, it's so good to see you. Me and Lar go way back. Lar, it's so good to see you. I missed you. Love you. Y'all, everybody on this channel, we all don't see eye to eye on every single thing. We just all have a discussion. So it's no reason for y'all to have your panties in a bunch. If you support Jason House, go harder for him to win the general election. As everyone, as always, sorry, y'all. As always, take care of yourself and each other. I'm so sorry, I hit the wrong button. I broke my fingernail. I have a Band-Aid on it. Y'all take care of yourself and each other, and I'll see you soon. Thank you, Hiram, for the blueberries.
Commentary blue, commentary, burgundy, commentary, comment blue, commentary, comment burgundy blue.